Hello and welcome here to the second Pool C game of the St. George's Smashing T20 cricket. We are live here from St. George's College in Harare, Zimbabwe. Falcon College from Bulawayo taking on St. Andrews A all the way from South Africa. And Falcon winning the toss and electing to bowl on what has been a bit of a lively wicket so far. But it's not been a heavy run scoring pitch. First game only scored about 220 runs in the two innings and was a nail biter in that game, but nonetheless we're here for a new game, new dawn, and Zach Micklewright and Alex Griffin are set to open up the batting performance here for Andrews, and Kai Potsaz is going to take the first ball for Falcon College, bowling from the city end. And on strike will be Micklewright. Zach Micklewright will be taking first cherry here. Just waiting here for Micklewright to get himself ready. Potsaz at the top of his mark, steaming in here from the city end, and just back of the length, but unfortunately not the right line, so starts up with a wide, and St. Andrews A are off the mark. Full toss there, dispatched with ease from Micklewright. Opens up his outside off stump. Fumble in the covers. Mix up here between the two batting partners. And that's a top ball there for Potsaz. 5 for no loss. St. Andrews there off 2 balls. Again, outside off stump, a lot of width, and Micklewright again carving it straight through the offside field for another boundary. Caressed through the gap there between point and cover. Again, that ball deserved the treatment it got, and he put it away with ease. 9 for no loss. Potsaz again on the legs, dealt with nicely there from Micklewright through the gap again, and yet another boundary. Zach Micklewright now getting into motion here. It's his third boundary of the over, and it's been tame so far from Falcon. 13 without loss. Beautiful off the legs there between mid-wicket and mid-on. And Micklewright doing the right thing there. He's got the 3 boundaries so far, playing each ball on its merit, but showing some positive intent is the batsman, is Zach Micklewright, coming forward to that. And rotating the strike quite nicely there. So that ends the first over, 14 for no loss. Wonderful over there from St. Andrews. Potsaz won't be too impressed with his efforts there. He gave a few freebies, but credit where it's due. Zach Micklewright still had to put them away, and he did so with disdain and ease. And now Shlabanga coming in from the Botanical Garden ends. Correction, it's Dylan Mjenga. He's coming in from the Botanical Garden end. And Falcon turning to spin early on. Keeper just making sure he's got his helmet. Mjenga, right arm spin coming around the wicket, fired into the pads. That's a wide. So 3 runs there for St Andrews. Wide plus the 2. (17) without loss. Again, just offline. He can't find his line and length. Another wide for Mjenga. There we go. Finally getting it on target, but Micklewright is looking good. Rotating the strike quite nicely. And Alex Griffin, he's now having a go. He hasn't faced the first 10 balls. There have been 3 wides. 9 balls rather. So Mjenga coming over the wicket now. Stutter start. And positive there. Short wide. And getting back to ball. So off the mark with ease is Alex Griffin. Single into the covers. Much better from Mjenga. Line and length. Micklewright can't get that through. Coming down. Missing it. And that's it. Stumped. Or rather. And Shlabanga with ease. A lot of time, and he makes easy work of it with that stumping. And that's the end of Micklewright. He was looking good, and he's replaced by Brad Storer. 20 for the loss of 1 wicket. So Mjenga coming in from the Botanical Garden end.
Oh, it's good.
Caught. Correction. Shlabanga tidied up the edge. Wasn't a stumping. So caught behind was Mikkel. Saw dabbing it into the covers. Great fielding there. Amazing pickup and taking a shy, but just wide. And that's the end of the second over. 22 for 1. Change of bowler. Ben Williams has replaced Potsaz. Started off quite nicely here, St Andrews. 22 for 1 off 2 overs. Going at 11 and over. If they can maintain this rate, it will be an impressive total. Griffin dabbing it down to third man for a single. Rotating the strike nicely are these two, Griffin and Storer. Storer just taking his guard. Short and wide, and obligingly so, the umpire extends his arms. Not where Williams would want to be. He's got to just hit those lines and lengths. Dabbed into the covers for 1. Good running by these two batsmen from St Andrews. $25 for 1. Williams in the slot. It was there to be hit. Griffin muscled it to mid-off and unfortunately dropped. But dropped by Captain Dube. And Griffin there making good work of that lifeline he was handed. It's not the start that Falcon wanted. Steaming in comes Williams again, and unfortunately just not on target, so another wide. All three of these bowlers so far that have been used by Falcon have all been guilty of not hitting their targets. It's free runs really. In the arc again, drilled straight down the ground, but Dube does the tidying up there. Storer will be a bit upset with himself that he couldn't find the gap there. Hit straight at the fielder and be disappointed. short and wide, and Q end of the bat there. Again, Storer will be a bit upset with himself that he didn't punish that ball. So that ends the third over. It's 27 for 1 after 3. And not a bad run rate at the moment. Going at 9s are St Andrews. And Njenga gets another go, picking up that wicket of Micklewright, deceiving him in the air. Bit of turn, catching the edge of the bat. It's in the arc, straight in the arc. Big 6, straight back over the bowler's head. And Njenga guilty of just putting it on a plate, and Griffin obliging. Strong hit down the ground. Dropping it short, and Griffin doing the right thing. Good cricket from the young man, getting the boundary and then rotating the strike straight away, so keeping that scoreboard pressure going. Njenga just been thrown off his line and length with that first ball. How does he respond? And he responds quite well. He hasn't let that boundary early on affect him all that badly. Can he close out this over? 3 still to come. Again, long hop. Straight to the man on the boundary there. However, it's still rotating the strike. And shouldered arms from Griffin. Bit respectful in this format of the game. And again, showing positive intent. Coming forward, Njenga obliging by dropping it short and dabbing it down to third man for an easy single. That ends the over, the fourth over, 36 for the loss of 1 wicket. And somewhat at the moment are St Andrews cruising. Williams getting another crack at this. He bowled the 2 extras, or 3 extras in his last over. Still tidy, he only went for 5. Griffin showing some respect to that ball. Dot ball. And chopped on. Griffin having a swing at that, and he's chopped it on. He's been bowled for 12, and that was a tame dismissal there. There was no need to have that wild swing at that. He could have let it go and he would have probably got the wide. Disappointed as he goes, but he's been placed by Matt Beamish. And St Andrews find themselves 36 for 2. It's been a tough wicket to score runs on, so if you can get yourself in, I think there are some runs to be scored, but you just got to show some patience. Beamish taking his guard. Williams' tail will be up after getting that wicket, especially after being very economical as it stands. short ball. And that's one for the over. Well, it's a wide. It's been wided. And this umpire signalling there, one for the over. Bit of aggression in that ball from young Williams. Charging in from the city end. Short, wide. And bit of a nothing shot there from young Beamish. I think obviously he's just trying to find his feet. From the city end. Again, full bat to ball this time. Nervy, trying to get off the mark. Getting sent back by his partner Storer. Bit wider here from Williams. Wide on the crease. Again, short and wide. And he was given one for the over, so he's broken that and unfortunately been no-balled. And that is a free hit. So, perfect way for Beamish to get off the mark here. Have a dip, young man. He clears that front leg and has a go at it. Just gets it over the infield. But he's off the mark. So hopefully the nerves have been put to bed. 39 for 2 are St Andrews. Williams just needs to close this over out. Has been a good over, barring the few blemishes, the wide and the no ball. But that ends the fifth over, sorry. And St Andrews are 39 for 2. They're going at just over sevens. So can they close this power play out and make use of it before the restrictions get lifted? It is a hot day here in Harare, so the water has come out for the batsmen. Probably more of a tactical ploy by the coaches, just trying to calm the batsmen down. Ndrenga to continue from the Botanical Garden end. He's been a bit more expensive of the 3 bowlers used so far. Worked off the legs. That's a good run there. Beamish getting off strike, rotating it early. It's good cricket there from the young man from St Andrews. Can't be out if you're at the other end. Wide. And obliged the umpires, extending his arms. Again, short and wide, but good running there from the batsman. Rotating the strike is Brad Storer. Njenga just guilty of being a bit too wide the last couple of balls. Still wide, bit of turn there though, and clever batting from Beamish. Bat on, rotate the strike. 43 for 2. Straight in the arc. That's a great shot from Storer. And not getting to the boundary, unfortunately. Good fielding there from Captain Dube, saving his side a couple of runs. It's a fantastic use of the feet there from Storer. coming down nicely, meeting it on the rise, going through with the shot through the V, and then he has an absolute straight after such a classy shot. And again, great shot there. That's more like it. Brad Storer rotating the strike there. That's the end of the 6th over. 46 for 2. Not a bad power play. Going at 7s, just over. And they've rotated the strike quite nicely here. Have these two. Williams getting a 3rd, so the captain is liking his economy rate, but the power play restrictions have been lifted, so a few more can go out of the ring, and the field does spread. He's got long off and long on, man on the sweeping boundary, and 3rd man is back. So there are some gaps in the field for Storer to exploit. Can Williams bowl to his field? And helped around the corner there from Storer. Fantastic shot there, 4 runs. And Williams just guilty of straying offline there, and fantastically helped on its way. Deservingly punished for that line and length. Coming down the ground, and what a great shot there from Storer. 6 over cover, and the floodgates potentially might be opening here. Storer opening up his arms. He's faced 13 balls, so he feels like he's seen himself in, and now he's putting the attack on Williams. And quite rightly sent back was Beamish, a little bit too guilty of being over eager there. Sent back, no harm, no foul. Williams charging in again from the city end. Storer using his feet nicely. And he's rotated the strike quite nicely again. Can Beamish pick up where his partner's left off? There's confidence flowing through Storer's veins at the moment. It's good to see batsmen taking the attack to the bowlers, not letting them settle into a rhythm. Williams full straight, but Beamish works it into the gap on the leg side for 1. Got 1 more ball to come in this over. 58 for the loss of 2 wickets. Williams has been taken apart in this over so far. And wide ball there, signalled by the umpire. So we will have to bowl that one again. Coming on the track again and throwing his arms at that. Again, another boundary there for Storer. So expensive for Williams that over. Going for 16 runs. And the score is sitting at 63 for the loss of 2. And that experiment from Captain Dube giving Williams one more over might have proven a little bit costly. And with that change of bowler and change of ends, there's a change in the commentary box.
So Jenga's going to continue. Interesting, bowling through his 4 overs. 1 for 24 so far. He's unable to stop that, so it'll be a single down the ground. .64 for 2, 7.1 overs. Storer 22, Beamish 5. He improvises a sweep shot and doesn't get the desired result, but single nevertheless. Short, cut away, but Williams cleans it up. They need some dot balls, do Falcon. That one will be a single, so Beamish gets off the mark. They're out there. Beamish gets off strike. He's already been there for 10 balls, so 6 off 10 for him, 23 off 17 for Storer. Can't get that one through, so it's a good final over here from Jenga so far. 3 from it, 1 ball to go. Oh, that was one for Storer to hit. I think that was the problem. Try to overhead it. He ends with a dot. Jenga completes his 4 overs, 1 for 27, 8 gone, 66 for 2. So, change of bowling for Falcon. Machaka into the attack. He replaces Williams. We bowl Beamish, left armour from the southern end. Oh, maybe half a chance for a run out. Fumbled. Brings Storer on to strike. He's definitely been the aggressive one. Should only be the single to the sweeper on the offside. Falcon a little bit guilty of allowing some easy singles, so not able to put the pressure on St Andrews. They need to try and cut those off as they look for shots. Well, a check shot, when it's not there to hit, it's just too easy getting to the other side. Goes big, Storer. He's hit it too wide mid-on, but Williams is quick. He'll cut that one off. So 2 more to the total. Schlabanga's missed that one. I'm sure it's going to be a wide. They should for 2. That's poor running by St Andrews. That should have been 2. And he gets away with it. Does Huggins Machaka. Missed everyone. Keeper. And 2 more to the total. I'll have to re-bowl that one. That's a good length. Jenga, he's good at backward point. He would have had to hit, direct hit, to have a chance of running him out. Good fielding from Jenga. But can't stop the single to end the 9th at 74 for 2. So Gover is the new bowler for Falcon. Jenga completing his set of 4, bowling through. Beamish gets away his sweep shot on the second effort. And they get through for 2. That one's short. He's got a long way to drag it, and Jenga does well. He has a chance. No, he sends him back. Decision. Good work from Jenga on the boundary. Just the single. Straight to cover. Storer's gone. That's the big wicket for Falcon. You can hear what it means to them. He's a full toss. Straight to cover. Storer's gone. Caught Leon Batchelor. A full toss. And all of a sudden, now, 3 down. At wicket, the 3rd one brings Matthew Poole to the crease, batting at number 5. So Poole on strike. Devon Gover, the bowler. He's got 1 for 3 or 4 deliveries. We're bowling to the new batter. Left-hander. Poole. Good length. Wide, says the umpire. Good length from Gover, just to get that line right to the left-hander. Pool off the mark. Full toss again. Should only be one. And that single will end in over 83. Machaka will continue from the southern end. Beamish on strike. He's the end batsman. Hasn't been overly fluent. 13 off 18. Struggled a little bit, but he's still there. Misses the cut shot. A little bit of pace about him has Huggins Machaka. Left armour. First over going for 8. Just a chance here for Falcon to just pull it back a little bit. St Andrews going at 8 and over. Oh, that should have been a dot ball. Slabanga has missed that one. It's beaten him, and a bye will go for 4. He'll afford that. This one he does get bat on ball. He's placed it nicely. Oh, a bit of confusion. And they'll come back for 2 more. It's well placed by Beamish. Machaka beats him again. That's good bowling from the young left armour. Beaten the outside edge of Beamish on a couple of occasions. Just got to be nice and patient, Falcon. Join some dots up and put the pressure on the batting team. Single to Beamish. 1 ball to go. The 4 byes have sort of ruined this over a little bit. Just 3 runs off the bat. Change of field now for the new batsman. And the main reason being he's left-handed, so cover goes across. 3 men in the ring, actually make it 4 in the ring on the offside, 1 on the leg side. That's well bowled by Machaka, goes for the Yorker and executes. So good finish to that over. 11 gone, 87 for 3. Gover continuing from the north end. Full toss. Jenga in position. Will cut off the boundary. Beamish onto 17. Brings Matthew Poole onto strike. 1 off 2 balls he's got. Oh, that shouldn't be a single. Too slow from Falcon. They should be cutting those off. Picks it up on the full toss. Does Beamish. Nowhere near enough bat on that. Jenga does the cleaning up. So quite content with just rotating the strike at the moment, St Andrews. Falcon could do themselves a favour by getting those fielders in on the ring nice and tight and bowl as many balls to Poole, the new batsman, as possible. That one you're not going to save. It's an inside edge. You'll pick up 2. Poole hasn't got all of it. They save the 2, a bit slow on the boundary, but get away with it. Do Falcon. 12 gone, 93 for 3. Alright, looks like a bowling change. Luandile Chitofu from the southern end. It's interesting. He looks like he's going to bowl some spin. And there's Youth. Used to be a seamer for Falcon. Used to bowl pace. Decent pace as well. Looks like he's decided that spin is the option. So first look at Chitofu. Not a bad start. Can't bowl there, and that's hit over the grandstand. It's not a big boundary to the leg side there for the left-hander, and Poole gets to break the shackles for St Andrews. It was a nice little period there for Falcon. He missed out on a full toss in the previous over from Govan, but this one has come out the middle of the bat. Goes for 6 over Cow Corner. Single. Sends off the first 3 balls, and 100 up for St Andrews. Comes halfway through the 13th over. Oh, big appeals given him. I think that was caught. Shaw is given out from the bowler's end, which makes me Slabanga has taken the catch. Just trying to confirm that. So confirmation, caught, not stumped. Chitofu has a wicket. St Andrews now 4 down. 2 balls left in this over. He's gone for a 6 and a single, and that one just looked like it bounced on the batter. The odd ball turning and bouncing here on Weaver Field at St George's. Happy to leave that one alone and cover quite deep, so they'll get through for the single. And end of 13, 101 for 4. So Gover will continue from the northern end, bowling his leg spinners. Good sweep shot from Ube. Just the single. Brings Poole onto strike. He's had one lusty blow already off Chitofu. Was a long hop, smashed him over the stands. Missed out against Gover on a full toss. Through the covers. But Shlabanga, he's been rather Jenga. He's been busy on that boundary. He's done so far. He does the cleaning up. Nice from Ube. Happy to just turn it on the leg side. From the young leg spinner. Again, maybe Falcon just a little bit guilty of their fielders being on their heels. Easy single, but it's good bowling from Gover. Good delivery. Ube on strike. Again, a single. Five singles in the over. Delivery to come. Let's hit through the covers from the left-hander. 6 singles in the 14th over. 107 for 4, St Andrews 8. Right, Chitofu continuing from the southern end, 1 for 8. And in his previous over, did get hit for 6. He'll be bowling to Poole. Definitely no run there. Smash down the ground. Should get there, the fielder. Oh, goat. I don't know if the coaches would be too happy with that. But anyway, cuts off the boundary. 2 more to Matthew Poole. Good shot down the ground. Nice and late. Best gaps on the field, straight down the ground. That's a better length from Chitofu. But managing to pick up ones and twos are St Andrews A. Sube, clearly his modus operandi is just to get to the other side. It was a little bit short from Chitofu, but he's happy to just bunt it into the offside and take the single. Thought he would have tried to smash that. Advances, does pull, can't get it through. It looks like Williams, I don't know if it is, at extra cover. Short, he's picked that up, watch out. And that's nearly wiped us out here in the commentary box. 6 more for St Andrews A. Apologise for the shout on air, too short from it's a good finish to the over for St Andrews. 15 gone now, 117 for 4. That's a good shot. Ube starts the over with 4. So all of a sudden, St Andrews just kicking into gear. These two batsmen. Ube is 9 off 7, Pool 24 off 17, putting the pressure now back on. Maybe fair to say a couple of indifferent deliveries from the boys from Esigodini. They've built the pressure, they just got to be careful they don't release it. Now short, pulls that one straight to Jenga at square leg, so just the single. Short, pulled, looks like it's 6. I think 4. 4 says the fielder at square leg. 4 signalled. So this is turning out to be a good over for St Andrews. 9 off it already, only halfway through. Oh, sent back. I think he might have made it a little bit, but anyway, erring on the side of caution. So dot ball, still 2 to go, 9 off it already. Oh, he's dropped it. He had it, Shlabanga. Edge from Matthew Poole. They really loved that wicket with Falcon. He had it, then went for the second grab, and Shlabanga's put him down. Goes big. He has a chance for Falcon. Oh, it looked like he had overstepped it, and he's had to throw it back in. And I'll pick up 2 balls in a row. Poole, first one dropped, second one caught on the boundary. Player almost stepping over, gets it back. 128 for 4, 16 gone.
Last 4 overs here for College. Poole signalling his intent to let his arms free, capitalise on his start. Chitofu still bowling from the city end, dropped it a bit short, and Ngube couldn't quite get that one away. dabbing it into short point. And again, couldn't get the run there. So Shube just getting a little bit nervous here. Just needs to calm down. The runs will come. Chitofu, again, much better length. Dabbed into the covers. And Matthew Poole on strike. It's 30 off 21. He's playing blinder of an innings there. Using his feet, inside edge, 45, cutting that off. But single nonetheless for St Andrews. Ticking the scoreboard on quite nicely up, 130 for 4. Chitofu. Dropping it a little bit short, but Shube up to the task, riding the bounce, dropping it into the covers, and again another single. Doesn't harm anyone. It's just a matter of getting runs. There's no pictures on the score. Chitofu full ping it, and it has been a no balled. He went for the arm ball there to finish off the over. So Poole can throw his hands at this. The only way he can go out is run out. So he can even use his feet here. He doesn't need to. He stays in this crease and absolutely dispatches that over mid-wicket. So 6 runs in there. Matthew Poole has raced along to 37. They end that over 138 for 4. And Chitofu a little bit expensive, going for 28 in his 3 so far. Last 18 balls here. Can St Andrews make the most of the last 18? Zimunu to replace Gova from the garden end. And actually, captain has decided to change the bowling once again. And Machaka has come into the attack again. He has had 2 good over, but he bowled from the other end. So change of ends from Machaka. And captain and keeper just having a discussion of field placings. So up comes the third man, too many out. Chaka at the top of his mark. Shube on strike, on the legs, and umpire signalled wide. They'll have to bowl that one again, will Machaka. Shube just giving himself a little bit of room there, opening up his left leg, dropping it again into the covers. He's been good at that so far in this innings. Just dropping and running. It's good cricket awareness from the Poole. 37 of 24. He's well and truly got his eye in here. And I think he's earned his right to throw his arms at whatever comes his way. He was a bit fortunate in the last couple of balls. Off Gover's over there. Poole going for the reverse scoop. He's been wided. Well, the umpire has changed the decision. He's rescinded his wide. It was a bit strange that he opened up his arms anyway. And Poole comes down the wicket, thick outside edge, but it's still 4-2 St Andrews. With that, he moves into the 40s, and it's 144 for 4 at the moment. As mentioned earlier, he has earned the right to throw his arms at the ball, and he's done just that. down the track into the covers, and dot ball. So good stop there from the fielder on the ring. 2 balls to come in this over. Machaka steaming in once more. Good line and length, but in the arc. And Poole dispatches it with ease over the covers. Great shot there from Matthew Poole. It's he's on 45 at the moment, off 28. He's batting well. One more ball to come from Machaka. He has gone for 10 in this over so far. Can he limit the damage? Yeah. In the slot. Bit of tail in there, and dot ball to finish the over. So it is 148 for 4 at the end of the 18th. Partnership is ticking along quite nicely. It is on 48 at the moment. And Sibusiso Mshuwe will be taking guard for this first ball of the 18th over. And Chitofu to finish up here. Captain's shown some faith in him still, even though the last over was a bit expensive. Can he limit his economy? Outside off stump. Put into the gap easily there by, and great running there from the boys from St Andrews, turning 1 into 2. Poor fielding there from Falcon. And that's a 50 partnership for these two. It's 150 for 4. That also brings the 50 up for them. And great drive down the ground there. And Patu again putting a lot of pressure on the Falcon fielders. So Mshuwe adding another 2 to his score. Titofu full and straight. But again, another single there. So Mshuwe's done well to keep the scoreboard ticking. It is 153 for 4. And Poole is just 5 short of his half century. He did take a liking to Tofu in the last over. It's in the arc, but he's missed it there off the pad. So leg by. So 155 for 4. 154 rather, sorry. Tofu, short, reverse, pull, sweep, and he's found the gap there as Mshuwe. Very innovative from the young man from St Andrews, but nonetheless he still finds the boundary. This over's already gone for 10. Mshuwe still on strike. Dabs it into the covers. So manipulating the field very well here are the two batsmen. It's 158 for 4 at the end of the 19th. And I think for Falcon it's all about limiting the damage here. How much they can restrict St Andrews to. Poole is on 45. But Mshuwe has also got his eye in. So interesting to see how this over from Machaka goes. He's going at 7s at the moment, is Machaka. I think they've got free rights to throw their arms at this. They've got 6 wickets in hand, 6 balls to come. How much more can they put on the scoreboard is the immediate question. Change of field. Sending a man out on the sweeping boundary, offside. Bringing up the deep mid-wicket into the ring. Machaka from the Botanical Garden end. In the arc. But hit straight down the throat of the man at long on. And great running there from Matthew Poole turned a 1 into a 2. So Mshube adds 2 more to his tally. He's 25 off 19. A great little cameo here. 61 runs is this partnership. And that's in the arc. And Mshube just creeping it over the boundary line there for 6 more. And he's also taking his tally on quite nicely here. 31 off 20 balls. Striking it nicely. And again, that's forced a change in the field. Sweeper has come up on the offside and they're putting a man back on the deep mid-wicket boundary. That's a great run there from Poole. And they've turned what should have just been 1 run into 2. So 2 byes there. Unfortunate error there from keeper Shlabanga. Trying to lob it over the runner's head. And in his own bowler Machaka there. Shubet carving that away to point. Another run to the total 170 for 4. 2 balls to come. Poole has got 5 runs to get his half century. He's for a while. He tries to turn it around the corner. He's Q-ended it. And that's a single. And unfortunately he ends his innings 4 runs short of a half century. But I don't think he'll mind it too much because he's put his team in a great position here. 171 for 4. Last ball of the innings. Can Machaka finish off well here? He's been expensive so far. And Mshube up in the air. And unfortunately burst through the hands of Njenga. And it's parried over the boundary for 4. So that ends the innings of St Andrews. They end their 20 overs on 175 for 4. It's a competitive total that they have set. And yeah, we can see Micklewright got off the mark quickly. 14 off 9, 3 fours in that innings. Griffin not quite as fluent, 12 runs. Storer 26. Beamish 18 off 26. And then Matthew Poole and Mshube finished off quite well there, 46 and 36 respectively, leaving the total 175. And here's the bowling. Potso's got the 1 over in the beginning, but he went for 14 and never got a chance again. Njenga 1 for 27, bit expensive. Williams 1 for 25 off his 3. Machaka, he went for 35 off his 4, going over at over 8. Gova again 1 for 29, and Chitofu 1 for 38. He was also very expensive. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the innings break. It is 175, so when we come back, Falcon will have to chase 176 to win. Well, welcome back to the second innings here between Falcon College and St Andrews A. St Andrews A putting a big target on the board. They made 175 in their allotted 20. Poole and Shube put on the lion's share of that work. 75-run partnership at the back end there. And can Falcon do enough to chase this target down? Poole and Shube proving that if you wicket, there are runs to be scored. So hopefully Falcon can take that with credit, that if they just get themselves in, they should be able to score some runs. And the opening batsman for Falcon, Marumani and Shlabanga. And Micklewright, so opening the batting and opens the bowling for his side. And Shlabanga will take first crack here. Micklewright coming in from the Botanical Garden end. Left arm seamer. We are nearly set here to get the second innings underway. And there the umpire gives him the green light to play. Micklewright charging in. And he finds his target straight away. Great way to open up this innings there. Dot ball to start. Shlabanga does well though to get bat on ball. I think the nerves there, so at least he could see that there was bat on ball. Micklewright just hitting the hips there of Shlabanga, so leg bye. It's always unfortunate when there's sometimes absolutely no way to stop it. So off the mark are Falcon in this chase. They're going to need a lot more of those if they're going to get over the line. Micklewright charging in to Marumani. The left hand right hand combination, but he started off very well there. And it's 2 dot balls. And just off target there is Micklewright. So wide ball. They need 9s if they're going to get over this line. And unfortunately, Micklewright has got other ideas there. However, just going a bit off line there, bowling that wide. So Micklewright to Marumani. Full toss chipped to mid-off, and diving valiantly was Marumani. He does make his ground eventually. It would have been an absolute if he had the direct hit there. So one more to come in this over. 3 without loss. Shlabanga back on strike. Micklewright finding his areas there, and squeezing it away is Shlabanga down to fine leg. And that ends the first over. 175 is the target, and Falcon have already got 4 of those. The required run rate just going up to take first crack from the city end. Here comes the big man. And he just puts it on a plate. And Shlabanga obliges there. Cracks it through the covers. Fantastic shot there. Batsman. And that will do him a world of confidence. 8 without loss. And that started that over very well for Falcon College. White puts it in the slot, but Shlabanga not getting all of that. And skying the ball upwards, and mid lane obliges at mid off. Takes a great catch there. So Bert White gets the first breakthrough. Correction there, it's Nicholas Lane, not mid lane. And Njenga to replace Shlabanga. So short-lived was Shlabanga's. It's 8-4-1. So Bert White gets the breakthrough, the early breakthrough. And Marumani on strike. White to the left-hander. He gets trapped on the crease. Does Marumani. He's a bit nervous here. It's almost if he doesn't want to get on the front foot. And again, trying that innovative scoop shot, but going through a lot quicker than what he expected it to. It's another dot ball. So after that very tame start to the over, White has come back with a vengeance. Yes, in the slot there. Great ball. He's gone for the Yorker and executed well. So great bowling here from Bert White. That important wicket of Shlabanga right at the beginning of the over, and the runs have dried up ever since. Marumani waiting at the striker's end. White puts it on a length, but protection out there, and just the single to end the over there. So it is 9-for-1 after 2, and that run rate that they need is ever increasing. It's gone from just under 9 to 9 in the matter of 2 overs, and they could be behind the 8 ball before it even starts if they're not don't wake up here. But credit where it's due. St Andrews are bowling well. Micklewright to continue from the Botanical Garden end. He's on the pads. And again, another leg by. So, don't think Falcon will be too upset that they got the run there. They need 166 with 107, and as mentioned, if they're not careful, required run rate will steadily increase. They need a couple of big overs here in the power play. Micklewright getting it through at a good height. zipping it through to the keeper. Back of a length there from Mickelwright. Nothing that Mjenga could do there. Good line, good length, good pace. It's an outright attack from Mickelwright. Keeping these batters on their toes and applying a lot of pressure. Pitch that up, and Mjenga carving it through the gap between cover and point, and gets a boundary for himself. So 4 runs added to the scoreboard, 14 for 1. 2 balls to come in this over, and what was a good start to the over. Mickelwright just straying off at good in length, and Mjenga obliged with carving it through that gap. So confident, he's on the front foot now, is Mjenga. Mickelwright, can he finish this over well? He can't. He's pitched it up again, and Mjenga has got it through, but there's a stutter start there, and Marimani's run himself out. There was no need to hesitate like he did, and a great arm there from Stube. Putting it back, slide, pick up, throw. And easy as you like, Marimani getting run out by a good distance. So that ends this afternoon. And Chitofu strides to the wicket there. It ends that third over rather, 15 for the loss of 2 wickets, and they're right behind the 8 ball now are Falcon College. That run rate has crept up to 9.5 and over, and they're chasing quite a big target. They can't have these small overs anymore. They need to start getting scoring if they're going to have any chance of beating from South Africa. Bert White to continue from the city end. Chipped it down to fine leg, but off the mark is Chitofu. Bert White had that pearl of a first over, going for 5, especially after getting hit off the first ball, picking up the wicket the very next ball, and then applying the pressure. Good line and length. Here comes the big lad again. And putting it right on the spot. Tails are up for St Andrews. 16 for 2 is a very tame start, especially in a run chase of 175. And Mjenga coming down the wicket, finding the outside half of the bat, and it flies down to third man. But still, a single nonetheless. Adding to the scoreboard, 17 for 2. steaming in. Again, outside half of the bat from Chitofu. Down to third man. That's all Falcon really need to do, is just rotate strike, put the bowlers off their lines and lengths. They can carry on doing that and set themselves. As Poole and Shube showed us, once you're in, you can score runs on this deck. Right, steaming in. Njenga again coming down the wicket, getting it in the arc and depositing it over the mid-wicket boundary for 6. Great shot there from Dylan Njenga. So that's the impetus that I was talking about. I need a big over like this. 9 already off of it. 1 ball to come. And he's forced White to bowl it a bit short. Njenga obliges. And great save there on the boundary. So saving the extra couple of runs. But it is 2 runs to Njenga. And they end that over 26 for 2, and with that there's a change in the commentary box.
So big task here for Falcon, but there are 2 informed batsmen at the crease. Njenga, Chitofu. Slabang, the last man out, or the first man out. He would have been pinned his hopes on him as well. He's one of the go-to men for Falcon. Change of bowler from the northern end. Lane will be the first change. 26 for 2 after 4. It's a long way to go for Falcon, but it's not a massive ground. And you get a good partnership, as St Andrews showed, and you can chase runs here. Left-hander replaces a left-hander for St Andrews in the bowling department. Just got to make sure they don't panic. Do Falcon. Jen gets himself in, he can tear any bowling attack apart. Short. The rebound will get Chitofu to the other end. Pulls it. That's too short, and that'll run away for 4. So Njenga just waiting long enough. A very unorthodox action does Lane, almost like he bowls off the wrong foot. And that one at that pace, he can't bowl that length. And on this wicket, with a very short square leg boundary for the right-hander, from this, that's bread and butter for a decent batsman. Goes short again. He's gone after it, Njenga. Should be a wide. We'll have to wait and see. No, leg by, says the umpire. And I think he fancied that. Did Njenga. Misses out. So Chitofu on strike. There's nothing wrong with the run rate so far. For 2 after 4.4. Just need a partnership, Falcon. That's a better length. Dube does the cleaning up. Well, I don't know if that's such a good throw. So still opportunities to score for Falcon. Chitofu gets that nice and fine. Not so sure about field placing from St Andrews. Should be pulled back. It is. And they'll come back for 3. So, end of the over, 5 gone, 35 for 2 Falcon. Timed it really well, has Chitofu. Good fielding, really good arm as well. So just the single. Chitofu timing it well. But, that one, I don't think that's where he meant that. Come out thick outside edge. So Jenga on strike. Big shot, and through the hands of covers. A big miss from St Andrews. Just trying to force the ball, Dylan Jenga. I need him to go deep to Falcon. Jenga needs to stick around if they have any chance. It's well read by Beamish. Just sees Dylan Jenga moving down the wicket, so drops it short. So just 2 off the over so far. It involved a no ball and a free hit. So it's been a good comeback from Beamish. Oh, that's been smashed over square leg. That's a heck of a shot from Dylan Jenga. Just slightly short, no impetus on that delivery, and Jenga just helps himself to half a dozen in front of square. Really good shot. Dropped on 18, Dylan Jenga helps himself to 6. Short again. Oh, this one he's held on to. Absolutely smashed that. The very man who dropped it earlier, this time hold the catch. Brad Storer in the covers, and big wicket for St Andrews. Dylan Jenga's got to go. Huggins Machaka walks to the crease. They needed Dylan Jenga to stick around. The big wicket for the men from South Africa. They might not know it. But Jenga's gone. It's a 3rd man out at the end of the power play. No, Machaka comes to the crease. He won't be on strike. Chitofu will be on strike. Misses out Chitofu, but won't get away with the wide Nicholas Lane. To re-bowl that one. Full down the ground from Chitofu. Nicely timed, and 4 more to the total. Nicely weighted on that. It sort of has this ability to almost naturally bowl a slow ball, Nicholas Lane. But Chitofu was up to it on that occasion, just waited. Mid-off goes back. Full into the covers, no run. Slight misfield. He's very close to that mid-off, and that's probably more there for the drop and run, which we've seen a lot of today from all the teams. So after being smashed over his head for 4, there's a wide 4 now, 2 dot balls. A good comeback from Lane. Short again. Chitofu probably not just picking up the pace of that delivery. Tilanjenga got one of those, smashed it to the boundary for 4. Gone down the ground again. It's in the gap, nice and straight. Should be 2. He's going to have to hurry. Oh, direct hit would have had him. Just need to be a little bit more streetwise, Falcon. Run the first one hard. No harm done in the end. 2 more to Rwandile Chitofu. 50 up for Falcon. 1 ball shy of 7 overs. And he'll take the single to end the 7th. Falcon 51 for 3. So Beamish continues from the southern end. 1 for 8 he's got. Wide, says the umpire.
Big boys in St Andrews, eh?
single throws poor. Chitofu not really watching, but he'll get back. He's quick. That was not great from St Andrews. They've been good in the field up until then, just a little bit messy. So Chitofu dab and run in the covers, which should have just been a 1. He picks up 2. That's good length from Beamish. He bowled a couple, well, he bowled one in particular to Jenga earlier on, and Jenga hit him over square leg for 6. Chitofu not ready to pull out the pull shot yet. 16 off 18 for him. Machaka yet to face. So just going about his business, Chitofu. Machaka to face his first delivery. Playing a miss. So a little area that maybe Falcon could work on. There's nothing wrong with their run rate at the moment, 7.17. But lots of balls that they've played and missed at. Lots of balls that they've blocked. Again, playing a miss. So, end of the over, 8 gone, 55 for 3. So, change of bowling from the northern end. Carr, Stewart on for St Andrews A, Zimbabwe boy. Mum and Dad now farm here. His dad, Lance Carr, decent cricketer himself. A little bit short. Chitofu had already committed himself on the front foot, so just pats it back. Dot. Bowled him. Clean bowled. Chitofu not moving his feet, walking into that one. I'm not so sure if it turned much, but he's bowled him. Carr into his third delivery only. And he picks up big wicket, Landile Chitofu, and Falcon just losing momentum here. 55 for 4, Chitofu gone. Brings Benjamin Williams to the crease, brother of Zimbabwe international Sean Williams. Can hit a long ball. He's a big strong kid. He joins Huggins Macheko. He's only faced 2 balls, played and missed 2, and Falcon just losing the momentum they had when Jenga and Chitofu were together. Oops, the bail's off, not out, says the umpire. That's a better length from Stuart Carr. First 2 deliveries a little bit short, and Chitofu didn't cope with them very well, and as soon as Carr just took him balls to find his range. Chitofu not moving his feet, clean bowled. Oh, Williams looking for the big shot. So, tell you what, 5 dot balls, including a wicket. Could be a wicket maiden here for Carr and St Andrews. Good length. He'll pick up a single, but great over from the left arm spinner. Falcon under a little bit of pressure, 55 for 4. So we're going to see spin from both ends. Oliver Snart, looks like leg spin. First one straight past the outside edge of Williams. Another dot ball. So St Andrews really turning the screws on Falcon here. They were going at nearly 8 and over. They're now into the 10th. That's a full toss. I don't think he's got all of that, as Williams should be out, and is. He smashes a full toss straight down Car Corner's throat. Falcon lose their 5th, and it's starting to fall apart here. Man on the boundary, but took the catch, Murray Wilson, and Falcon in a little bit of disarray here. So Falcon's captain walks to the crease, Adriel Dube. Short stay for Williams. Just managed to smash a full toss from Snart straight down Car Corner's throat. Machaka on strike, wide from Snart. Down the ground, should only be 1, and is. So, the captain Ariel Dube on strike to face his first delivery. It's good areas from the leg spinner. Dot ball. It's been a good over so far. 1 for 2, 1 ball left, and it's a great delivery to finish. So another good one for St Andrews. Falcon halfway, 58 for 5, needing 118 of the last 10 overs. Carr continues. The keeper's missed that one. Should only buys, says the umpire. Beating not only Machaka but the keeper as well. So Carr 1 for 1 off 1.1 overs, causing all kinds of problems, and again do nowhere on that. a fumble. But, gets it in quickly. So single to the total, 60 for 5. Should be pushing for 2 there. Good work from the man on the cover boundary. Keeps it to 1. I'm going to need something special here, Falcon. A run rate climbing with every single ball. Cuts it for a single. 1 left in the 11th over. He can't get that one through. So another good over from Carr, just 3 from it. And Falcon 62 for 5. Snart continues from the southern end. Nice friendly full toss on leg stump to Dube, and all he can do is turn it around the corner for a single. They need boundaries, do Falcon. Bowled him. Looks like he's played the wrong line, and Machaka clean bowled by Snart. And Falcon slowly falling away here. Brings Kai Potsas to the crease. Falcon 63 for 6. Chasing 176. Are in trouble here. Snart has his. Oh, make that his third. Bowled him. First ball. Potsas has left it alone. It's bounced off the top of off stump. And just like that, Snart on a hat-trick. I'm going to re-look at that delivery. Yeah, I would safely say as much as we'll give. Gover into bat on a hat-trick and keeps it out. So Snart 3 for 3 into his second over. 63 for 7. Falcon going horribly wrong here. Oh, it's nearly down the leg side. And it's called wide. Oh, just a horrible bounce to 45. We'll get them through for a single. So 12 bowled, 65 for 7. Carr continuing 1 for 4 off 2 overs. Not out, says the umpire. Polite little request from Carr. It looked like it was going down the leg side. Cuts this one. Oh, not quite reading the spin. He's done well though, the fielder on the cover boundary. Just a single. So Gova, that's his second run, not off the mark, his second one. Dube on strike, the captain. Get the single this time. Will Dube. A little bit short from Carr. Dube had already committed to running down, so went really early, so unable to change his shot. Half forward. Gova needs to be a little bit more assertive. Pulls that one high up in the air and taken. So a little bit short from Carr, but Gova obliges. Whacks it straight down the throat of Kyle Corner. Matthew Beamish, the necessary. Gova goes, and Falcon very really falling away here.
Yeah, the wheels have definitely come off here for Falcon. The required run rate is 15.5 and over. 2 wickets left in the shed, and they need 109 off 42 balls. Snart to continue from the City end. He's bowled really well. 3-5 in his 2. And Falcon just haven't been able to read him. Zimunu, the new man on strike, new batter to the crease, taking his guard. And Snart will want to pick up where he left off in that last over. Bowled really well, and he floats one up on the leg stump, and unfortunately just giving away a single there to Zimunu. Brings Dube on strike, and in the block hole. Good bowling here from Oliver Snart. And down the ground goes the captain, Bill Dube, and he picks up a single for his side. It's not a bad over here from Ollie Snart, going for 2 so far, and again putting it on a good line, good length, bit of turn, and the number 9 batsman Zimunu nothing with that. Snart, faster ball, and again can't do anything with it, can Zimunu. Snart bowling out of his skin at the moment. There, a friendly one outside the off stump, cut away by Zimunu, and ends that over. It is 70 for 8 after the 14th over, and the run rate has jumped up by another 2 points. It's 17.5 now. 106 off the last 6, 2 wickets in the shed, and the proverbial nail is in the coffin for Falcon. Carr to continue. He's also bowled really well as the left arm orthodox bowler. 2 wickets for 6 runs in his 3, going at 2 and over. Zimunu on strike, and he puts it in the right area there. Zimunu Oli.